Hi guys, welcome back or welcome to my channel. My name is Breanna and today I'm going to be doing a reading for 24 hours challenge, mostly because I want to see how many books I can read in 24 hours and because I just want to review or roast BookTok Recs. These are the 6 books that I pulled from my shelf and that have been on my TBR list. So it's 3:04 p.m. right now and I'll read until 3:04 tomorrow, I guess. I pull all-nighters all the time, so actually this should be pretty easy. But these are the books I'm reading. Educated by Tara Westover, Normal People by Sally Rooney, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, The Silent Patient, and one of BookTok's biggest fantasy favorites, The Cruel Prince. I think this is the first one I'm actually going to start with because it's super popular. So I'm actually going to grab water, a snack, some of my annotation materials, which is basically just sticky notes and a highlighter, and we're gonna get started. We are in my bed now and I am going to be reading The Cruel Prince first, like I said, and I just checked and it's 370 pages. That's not too long and the font is pretty small, but it's really spaced out. So I'm assuming that this will take me 5 hours or 6 hours to read. Hopefully it won't take that long. I heard it's like pretty simple to understand. It's just like a fantasy book. As I grew older, I stopped reading fantasy books specifically because I didn't like the world building. So I hope that this is good. This was in the teen section, so I don't expect it to be super amazing or groundbreaking, but a lot of people like it, so I want to like it too. Okay, so I've read The Cruel Prince for a little over an hour, I think an hour and a half, and I'm on page 100, chapter 12, and I like it a lot actually. I think it's really cute. I've made some honorable annotations, I think. Cardan and Jude are true enemies to lovers, and actually a bunch of people have told me that this book isn't a romance, so I don't know if I'm just focusing on the romance bits, but I think it'll be interesting. I think the world building is pretty it's okay. I thought it was gonna be better, but it's not terrible. Some of it makes sense. Okay guys, I'm on page 208 and I'm more than halfway through the book and I'm at the part where Valerian, is that how you say his name? Sometimes I read so fast that I don't even bother actually knowing how to say the name, but I know how to spell them. I'm at the part where he's about to kill her again in her sleep and I'm just girl, what are we doing? Really? Okay. Jude literally cannot catch a f***ing break. She killed him. What? I thought Prince Dane literally said don't kill anyone. I'm shocked. No, she literally stabbed him in the heart. Guys, I can't believe the coup just happened. The one at the coronation? I'm shocked. If you haven't read The Cruel Prince, it's gonna be a spoiler. I can't believe. What? You know what's the craziest thing? He killed Dane the same way he killed Jude's dad. Oh my god, I did not see that coming. No way! Wait, literally everyone is dying right now. So Belkin just killed his sister, and then his general killed his brother, and now he's killing his mom? And he beheads her. Damn. Oh my god, I called it in my annotations. I knew it. I knew that Taryn and Locke were together. That is so fucking weird though. What was he doing with Jude? Taryn said, I wanted to tell you. What? That you're secretly engaged to your twin sister's boyfriend? What? Ew, bro, that is so scummy. I hate this. I don't like Taryn anymore. Oh my god, I just got to the part where Cardan gives that little monologue of why he hates Jude, even though he doesn't. And why is it low-key making me blush? This is, oh. Stop! Look at this. Oh my god. This is a true enemies to lovers. I like it. Okay guys, it is 6:58. I don't remember how long I said this book was supposed to take me, but I'm done now. It's 6:58. I'll put the math on screen. I will have to say, I actually really liked this book and I want to read book 2 and 3. I think it's a trilogy. I would rate this book a 8 out of 10 because I really like the story and I think I like the characters. There's a lot of action, there's a lot of surprising moments, good plot twists. I was genuinely shocked several times. The world was kind of like complicated to understand. I don't think the world building was amazing like it is in the Hunger Games, for example, or the Shatter Me series, but I like that like kind of trope where it's like you have people like overthrow the government or like the monarchy in this case, because it's like this is like the royal family that's like getting slaughtered and like being replaced as. I think this is something that I would have like totally ate up when I was in high school. Like it's not an incredible piece of literature, but it's a very entertaining read and I do recommend this one. So we're starting off super strong. Absolutely love this for us. Okay, and the next book that I'm gonna read is The Silent Patient, to stay on trend of like plot twists and stuff like this. This is a psychological thriller, I believe. I'll give you guys a recap of the recap, and it's basically this woman who seemingly had a perfect life and she shot her husband 5 times in the face and then never said a word after that, and she's been like locked away in an asylum, I assume, and there is a criminal psychotherapist who like wants to like talk to her, I guess, and unravel like the truth. So we're gonna read this and yeah. Okay, hey guys, I'm on page 242 of The Silent Patient. It looks like I'm 60% done, if not 80 actually. I can't really tell, but I'm almost done. But it's making out to be a pretty good read. One thing that I don't like about popular books is that there's so many like concepts or like spoilers kind of on the internet, so you kind of build expectations or have an idea of what the book is supposed to be like before you even read it. So I feel like that's kind of what I have. Like I know that there's supposed to be a huge plot twist in this book, so that's why I'm like waiting for it, and anytime something like slightly suspicious happens, I'm just like, huh, like I've written that probably like 10 times in my book, but like I wish I didn't know that. I don't know, like the shock value just like kind of goes down when you are expecting something to be shocking. So that's like one thing. All the other ones that I have on my list, I don't have too many ideas about. I think that's one thing that I really liked about The Cruel Prince. Anyways, I'm gonna keep reading this book. I think I can finish this in the next hour, I think, maybe. Okay guys, I'm on page 288 and I'm getting even closer to the end, and I have a theory. I just wrote it down in my annotations and I said, mark my words, Theo is reimagining Alicia's like story, like her whole like murder, trauma, whatever, and he's like reimagining it or like inventing it into his own life, and he's gonna end up killing Kathy, his cheating ex-wife, or his wife who's not cheating, because the guy that she's cheating on him with is fucking imaginary and Theo's crazy. I just feel like that's what's gonna happen. Like there's no way that Theo has like gone through like all this trauma. Like he's comparing himself to Alicia and literally they are so alike. I feel like if I were to do a proper like character analysis on Alicia and Theo, I would actually find a lot of similarities. Like Alicia's childhood trauma from her mother dying and then her father committing suicide is kind of like a mirror of Theo's dad being abusive and his mom being like scared, and then basically growing up like hating him. Like everything that he's doing to analyze her, I'm like, dude, you are like literally going through the exact same thing. Is this what the big plot twist is gonna be? Because if it is, then like I'll be pleasantly surprised that I'm right, but then also disappointed because I basically got told that there's gonna be a big plot twist. In my head, I'm like overanalyzing and like not enjoying the story as much as I could have been. Wait guys, I think I'm actually almost done the book, so we're gonna read this together. What? Oh my god! How did I? Oh my god, I'm so mad I didn't connect the dots. Theo tracking Kathy's lover down. He was actually tracking Alicia down. He was the creepy man in her dreams. Remember, she's like super paranoid that she's being stalked? It's Theo. What? Wait, it's Gabriel that's sleeping with Kathy and Alicia is the wife. So by Theo stalking Gabriel, who's taking his wife away from him. He's like going to his house, following Gabriel home, and Alicia works from home. So, okay, wait. Bro, what? Alicia's literally traumatized, like again, because Theo doesn't shoot Alicia or Gabriel. He leaves, which is why she counts 6 shots, not 5. So she gets up, picks up the gun, and she shoots Gabriel. So it was the 2 of them together? What? I knew he was sus, bro. Okay, I was right. I had a feeling from the get-go that Theo and Alicia had a relationship because I was like, he is way too interested in her story, and their traumas and their like situations are just like perfectly lining up. Ugh. I feel so dumb. That's like such a silly plot twist. I feel like I would have got it. I was just looking too hard. Okay, what did I rate this book though? 7.5. This was a 7.5. Not bad. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so I just put my sweater back on because it's kind of cold now as it gets later into the night. I also got my snack. But I'm realizing now that if I read this book back to back with the Silent Patient, I'll probably be harsher on the rating just because I know the writing from the get-go isn't going to be as good because it's for teens and not like young adults, if that makes sense. Like I feel like a lot of teens like to like age up and be like, oh, like I'm more mature than the other people, so like I can read like older novels or like more mature novels. And it's like, yes, but like this is still written for your age group, and that is why it is just not as good because I'm like 20. Anyways, I'm gonna give it a go, but it's also so cliche, guys. Like read the back. There's like a murder mystery and she's investigating it for a final project, and then someone from the town doesn't want her digging around for answers, and now her own life might be in danger. And it's like, girl, I have read this synopsis like 30 times before. Like this is not the first book to do it, but so many people actually recommend it on TikTok. Like you'd actually be surprised. Maybe that's just my For You page. But anyways, we're gonna give it a go. I decided to take a quick 15-minute shower because honestly I'm falling asleep and the book is a little bit boring. So I'm just gonna do my hair care really quick. But my thoughts so far is that I don't know if I really like it. It's not really like my typical kind of read. Like I can see the miscommunication happening, which is really annoying. I really hate miscommunication tropes. They are the worst in my opinion. So maybe that's why I'm reading it a little bit slower, but hopefully it'll like get better because honestly like a lot of people love this book, but also a lot of people hate the book. Honestly, there's like a lot of mixed reviews online. Like both my sisters don't like normal people, so that kind of like put me on edge because like I trust my sister's book recs. But then my best friend Kobe said he loved it and he loves the show, and there's a lot of seasons out, and I'm like, wait, if there's a lot of seasons out, like if it got renewed, that means it's good. Again, this is why I don't like when I get like outsider opinions on books before like I read them, because then I make assumptions about the book of like how I think it's gonna go, and then like I end up getting disappointed like I was with The Silent Patient. So yeah, that's how I'm feeling right now. So let's get back into the reading. Okay, book update. I'm on page 143, which is about halfway through the book. It took me about 90 minutes to read. Like this whole back and forth thing between Marianne and Connell is like so annoying. Like the entire book is a miscommunication trope, and I hate that trope. There's like something odd about the two of them that I like. So I'm not like opposed to it, but I also just feel like the book is like not progressing. Like there's like some obvious character development because every chapter is like 6 weeks in advance, 3 weeks in advance, whatever it is, and obviously like so much time has passed. Like halfway through the book, like I think 2 years has passed, and so obviously the characters are different, but like they're still like drawn back towards each other. And like I get like that's the moral of the story. It's like they're like soulmates, but they break up and then they get back together, and they break up and get back together. It's just like I'm not as frustrated as I thought I would be because miscommunication tropes literally make me want to rip out all my hair. But this one's not like bad. I guess it's because like there's a lot of time skips that like things are happening. In most stories, a miscommunication trope will be about one thing and last several chapters, but this is like one thing and then like it moves on. So I feel like in that sense I'm not like stuck, or I'm not really torn on it, because it's like, okay, something small happened, she fucked up or he fucked up, but then like we move on. There's still half the book left, so I doubt they'll end up together, just like based on like what the story is really about. And it's about people like being meant for each other, but also not being meant for each other. I assume that's what the book is about. I'm gonna keep reading. If you read this book, I'm at the part where Jamie said something racist about Asian people, and now he's like in the backyard with Marianne and everyone's watching from like the inside of the house. Oh wait, no, they're inside the house, sorry. Wait, there's no way. Wait, I think Jamie hit her. Oh my god, no fucking way. Marianne's all flushed. No, she was obviously slapped. No. If she doesn't break up with Jamie, I'm gonna fucking lose my shit. Jamie has been a jackass this entire time. Like, his entire purpose in the book is to be the douchebag boyfriend. Okay, I just got to the part where Marianne's like, I don't want you to think I'm damaged, and I'm actually gonna cry. Okay, I'm not gonna cry, but I want to cry. Like, I'm so sad. This whole conversation is so sad. I've been waiting for her to tell Connell about her family for 189 pages. And she finally told him, and he's like, why didn't you tell me? And it's, ugh, this miscommunication is literally gonna be the freaking death of me. Ugh, he's gonna cheat on Helen with her, isn't he? That's really sad. Cheating is wrong, everybody. Okay guys, as you can tell, it is morning. I have finished Normal People and I rate this a 7 out of 10. You know when someone says a lot but like they don't really mean anything? That's exactly what this book is like. It's like there's so many pages, so many words, but nothing actually like happens. The ending is very predictable. I think it was spoiled for me, so I kind of knew that coming in, but also just based on like the pattern throughout the story, like I knew how it was gonna end, and I was like, I'm disappointed in Marianne, and I'm also disappointed in Connell. I think that Marianne has a lot of unresolved trauma. Without getting too deep or too personal, like don't really like look into this too much, I feel like I really resonate with Marianne in the sense of she's very self-sabotaging, and I think that's why I cared to like finish the book. I'm also a completionist, so I love to finish. Like I always finish every show I start, every book I read. So I think that's why I finished it and what really like pushed me to finish it. Also, it's not a very long book. It's pretty short. It's not even 300 pages. So honestly, a very easy read. Is it worth the read though? I don't know. Sorry. I know Kobe really loves this book and I love Kobe, but it's like okay. Like I wouldn't go out of my way to watch the show either. And if it wasn't recommended by him, I probably wouldn't have read it. But not terrible. It is like an international like bestseller and stuff. Like people love this book, and obviously like it appeals to a lot of people, and it obviously probably means something or like is supposed to convey something super deep, but to me it didn't really. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I feel like it would be a good book to discuss, and maybe if I reread it I would like appreciate it more. I feel like this is the type of book that if I had to read it in English class and write an essay on it, I could write a really good essay, but for pleasure, not my cup of tea. Okay guys, I'm actually gonna switch gears and I'm gonna read Educated, because this is a book that is super duper popular and I think really important. My older sister really loved this book. She said it's one of her favorite books of the year, so I'm gonna read you guys the synopsis really quickly. An unforgettable memoir about a young woman who, kept out of school, goes on to earn a PhD from the University of Cambridge, a universal coming of age story that gets to the heart of what an education is and what it offers, the possibility to see one's life through new eyes and the will to change it. She said it has to do with Mormonism, which is like very interesting. I feel like that's an American thing. I'm Canadian, so like we don't really have as many stories kind of like that. So I think this book will probably take me till 1 or 2 in the afternoon, hopefully not too long. So let's get into it. I think one of the biggest things that I struggle with is imposter syndrome. So at any time in a book there's like a reassuring paragraph, I love to save them, and this is the one that's in Educated. Dr. Carey says, "You must stop yourself from thinking like this. You are not fool's gold, shining only under a particular light. Whomever you become, whatever you make yourself into, that is who you always were. It was always in you, not in Cambridge, in you. You are gold, and returning to BYU or even to that mountain you came from will not change who you are. It may change how other people see you. It may even change how you view yourself. Even gold appears dull in some lights, but that is the illusion, and it always was." I wanted to believe him, to take his words and remake myself, but I've never had that kind of faith. Another really good quote is, "The most powerful determinant of who you are is inside you." I really like that quote because a lot of people struggle with like their sense of self or their like identity or like their self-worth, just like confidence in general. I really like the quotes that essentially say the only person in the world who knows you is you, because like that is so true. I fully believe in that, and that's like something that I've like held on to for like the longest time. I hate when people tell tell me what to do. I hate when people tell me who I am, because at the end of the day, like, they don't. Like, you only know yourself. I'm honestly almost done this book. And I just checked my phone. I'm making a pretty good time. Okay, I'm at the part where Tara is home for like the holidays, and she's trying to bring up the fact that Sean is like violent and like abusive, and he's very scary. Like, I'm scared of him. Tara told her dad, and he like snaked her basically, and he called Sean over to have this talk, and he literally pulled up with a knife. Like, if that does not scream uncooperative, violent, and scary, like, what does? Like, her entire family dynamic is just gaslight central, genuinely. They basically choose the abuser over her, and that's really sad. Educated is not for the faint-hearted. It covers some pretty like dark subjects, and like, ugh, like I feel like crying. Okay, I have finished Educated, and I am done my reading for 24 hours challenge. And so my final thoughts of Educated is it's a really, really good book. Like, I would rate this a 9 out of 10. I'm really happy that I read it. I'm super glad my sister recommended it as well. If you guys are looking for a book to really change your perspective on things, I would really recommend this book actually. And there's a lot of like shocking and real moments in the book where I'm like, damn, like, it like reminds me of my privilege like 100,000%. And I think good books should do that. I've said this before, where education is like one of the greatest opportunities and privileges that I've had, and I like don't take it for granted at all. And this book really just like drives that lesson home. Like, it's not a traditional book where Tara like struggles with college admissions or anything. It's really about her life and the psychological battles and like all the unlearning she has to do. And I just think it's a really good book. I really recommend this to you guys. This is the only 9 out of 10 book that I read in the 24 hours. I do see that this book might not be everyone's cup of tea because it doesn't have that escapism factor. Like, no, this is gonna hit you hard with reality, and there's a lot of injustices that don't get resolved. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading for 24 hours book challenge. I really enjoyed it, and it was pretty easy to do, so maybe I'll do it again. But I'll link all the books in the description box below with my ratings. So yeah.